Good day, CJ. How are you? Good day, everyone. It's 21st, March 21st, 2025. Hello, William, and hello, Liz. Did I get that right? I'm just drawing a quick blank, but that's what came to mind. Um, that. Yes, today is the 21st of March. I think it's spring, actually. Springtime, according to the lunar cycle. Um, and Yeah, today we're going to discuss um, a little bit about, I didn't go in depth, but I did want to do a little short talk about Lent because it's very prominent in the Catholic and Christian world. And Mr. Nobody had stopped by on his way back to Chicago yesterday afternoon. We had a very nice short visit, and I did want to ask him what his thoughts are on that. He's such a humble gentleman that yes, thank you, Liz. Okay, I thought I remembered correctly. Such a humble soul, and so let's say the Good Day Rising prayers, and then I'll just talk very briefly. And of course, what I'm going to do too is mention Catholic Warriors' request for prayer intention along with that discussion, because I went to print it out, and of course it wasn't at the printer. And I have to run like about 300 yards in order to, that's close to 300 meters for the metric height, to get it. So I ran there this morning at 7:20 to go look to see if it was there, and it wasn't there. And I ran all the way back, and I was like, well, I don't have time to print it again and run back. So I'm going to just, I have it pulled up on the computer over there. I'll just read it off of there. So there's so much happening. People commenting, and just I have I don't know, I think he's a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something, claiming to diagnose me as having a clinical pathological mind. So I looked up the definition, because that's the way that's the way I work. You throw big words at me, I go look them up to see what they mean, and it's really kind of funny, because if you read it, he could be labeled as that as well. Anybody could be labeled as having a pathological mind, but in that world out there of well, mental issues, it's used as a weapon sometimes. So we have to pray for protection from that sort of attack. And I ask, in all sincerity, for the gentleman to, he spent, like, I don't know how long he spent on the website, but I know it wasn't in depth. Right, Ben? He agrees with me. He didn't spend much time. Because he it's the typical response for somebody who's an in-depth Protestant or Christian, who sees the website for the first time, and it's an automatic freak out, and because the misinterpretations. And so yeah, something must be going on. We got RM. Good day, RM, if you're watching. Not sure what got into you yesterday, but he was on fire. Haven't heard from him in in a week or more, and voila. Um, yeah, interesting times. All right, let's get started with the Good Day Rising prayers. Clean the glasses first. It looks like my son has his fingers on them. And somebody also, was concerned with the activity that goes on behind me when I'm saying Mass. And I just want to assure everyone that it's mainly to make sure that Ben is taken care of and not interrupting as much as possible. And it's not out of irreverence for what's happening here. On the contrary, it's more about reverence for it. So he does his best, but there's the body chemistry that prevents it. And whether or not that's demonic in nature, due to parasites, etc., we're working on that. All right, I can see now. In nomine Dei, matronam nostra, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Trinity, and in Catholic contemplation, humbly venerate the Divine Family. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one Divine Family, I believe that Thou art here present. I venerate Thee with the deepest humility. I render to Thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to Thee. O most Holy Trinity, relying on Thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of Thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Matronam Nostrae. O most Holy Trinity, I love Thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because Thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of Thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Most Holy Trinity for the many graces that we receive and offer ourselves in our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O Most Holy Trinity, I most humbly thank Thee for all the favors Thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to Thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in Thy service. I consecrate to Thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by Thy love, or that would not tend to Thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Most Holy Trinity the graces which are necessary to us. O Most Holy Trinity, Thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of Thy grace. Deny me not Thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which Thou forbiddest, to practice the good which Thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please Thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, Mother of God, I place myself under Thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of Thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O Most Holy Trinity, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended Thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all because I have offended Thee, O Most Holy Trinity, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of Thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. So I also posted a video about a lawyer who developed ways in order to communicate better. I am one for communication. because words mean things, and expression with words can change their meaning and their intent. And so we really want to improve those methods, especially out of charity and for peace in the world. And so that's why I recommended that video. And I am not endorsing the character of the individuals who were presenting the information, but rather the message. And I was thinking about, because the video that I presented about that was attacked, and I just mean that it wasn't given the credit by one individual. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well now, I really, if I give this information any kind of credence, then I should apply the methods and principles that they endorse on this particular attack. And so I was thinking about that this morning. And we all should, if we watched any of the video. It's really quite good. Not sure how we all did when we responded to the one who did not appreciate the lawyer presenting that information. Now, there's ignorance in the world, okay? And we can't condemn everybody for ignorance. We have to pray for them. So that was my, again, like I said, I wasn't endorsing their character or their beliefs or anything like that, because a lot of people, I believe his intentions are very honorable. And who knows, maybe we can convince him to come over and remove the Talmudic law system move away from that and understand how law really works in this world. But the way to communicate with people in order to get along better, and not just for get along's sake, but for the presentation of the truth. We want to do that in as charitable a fashion as we can. Sometimes it just isn't possible. And what he advocates when that happens, when you have people going like that, sometimes the best thing to do is just stop and act in silence for a little while. So that was my point with that. Now, getting back to Lent, okay. Lent, from what we can figure, is from the Bible. Okay, so the 40 days in the desert is the period that defines Lent. Okay, that's where it came from. Okay, and that was the Jewish Jesus being quote unquote tempted by the devil in the desert. Okay, that's God. It just doesn't make sense. So what we can do in this period is to contemplate on the sacrifice of the resurrection. Okay, the death and resurrection. And so that was my purpose this morning in trying to give those of us who are here regularly and who watch this to perform Catholic contemplation with the intention of contemplating on the death and resurrection of Deum Jesum Christum. All right, so that's all I wanted to say about that. And if anybody has any more background history, do not hesitate to post it. just, if you're Protestant, please don't send me Bible quotes. And now let's go read what Catholic Warrior had requested for an intention. Because, like I was mentioning, CW is extremely talented in research and understanding and suggesting profitable things for us. It's off screen, so I'm going to have to, you won't see me, but you'll be able to hear me. Okay, so he writes, Your Excellency Bishop Jim, can you please put a mass intention that Catholic families bring Catholic morals and Catholic values, and for women to stop desiring or obtaining cosmetic surgeries, and for men and women to stop feeding their money, energy, attention, and time to sports, celebrities, and worldly entertainment and worldly vices, and to focus their attention and time to raising Catholic families and for the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany to save and free the souls of Catholics from the heresies of the Jews. So that'll be, that's a really good source for contemplation as well during this time period. And so that will be our Mass intention for today. And it's very laudable and admirable. All right, so that's all I'm going to say for today. And we'll begin the Most Holy Sacrifice of the Mass. Get my drink of water. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apotei. Oremus. O most Holy Trinity, the Creator and Redeemer of all the faithful, grant to the souls of thy servants and handmaids the remission of all their sins, that they may obtain by loving prayers the forgiveness which they have always desired, who livest and reignest with thee, one divine family, forever and ever. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hoc immaculatum hostium, quam ego indinius famulus tuus offeditibi Deum meum hivum et verum, pro in nomine dividibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed pro omnibus fidelibus catholicorum vivis atque defunctis ut mihi, et idis proficiat salutem. Deum qui humanae substantiae dignitatem mirabilite candidissit mirabilis re from aster da nobis perivis acque tu ministerium eius divinitatis, esse consortes qui humanitatis nostrae, fieri dignatis est pateceps, Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tecum vivet et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum depecantis clementium ut aspectu divinae majestatis tuae pro nostra totius mundi salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. in spiritu humiditatis et in animo contrito, suscipiam rata Deum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum ec spiritu hodie, uplaciat tibi Deum matronam nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificita blata prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe, Sancta Trinitas concoblationem cum tibi eferimus amor passiones, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Deum matronam nostra, et Papa Peter Sanctorum, et istorum et onem Sanctorum, ut idis proficiet ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedit in inter in caelis, coram amorem agibus in tedis, pediendum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut meam aquestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat apud Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipia Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudem et gloriam nomini sui, ad utilitatem quoque nostram, totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum ubiscum, quoque apud te, surusum corda, habemus ad Deum, gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Te igito clementissime matere patere Deum maternum nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum fidem tuum Deum nostrae, supplices rogamus ac petimus, uti accepta habeas, et sanctam sacrificium irribata. In primis quae tibi ferimus pro ecclesiam tuum sanctum catholicam convocificare custodire ad honore et regere dinedis toto orbitedarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum familiarum familiarum catorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We pray for Katie Gage, RM, Neil and Earl Livery, Robert Dusko Jr. and Sr., Maria Josephina Mose, Letitia Mark Jr., Henry Barber and Benedict Santa Croce, Mr. Nobody, Anne Bultink, the Cantu and Duarte families, Luis Antonio Cantu, the Carla McLarnon and family, Sarah, Becky, Janelina, Lori, Aaron and family, Maria and the Lineweber family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Dosco, Nye, Tafor, Began, Kane, and Wolf families, and all their intentions. We pray for Mr. Nobody to receive the funding and strength needed to complete the first Sede Vacantis Catholic Council Office and Monastery of Illinois. We pray for Catholic warriors' intentions. We pray that I read earlier. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange with no usury. We pray for courageous Catholic men to step forward as leaders of this emerging Catholic society. Things are happening. We ask that all quote-unquote gay marriage, all pornography, and the OnlyFans platform be stopped. We ask for a reversal of the feminist ideology and a return to godly femininity for women and godly masculinity for men. We ask that women cease working for Freemasons and corporations, that they come to understand the raising of traditional Catholic families is the high ideal and essential for world peace in a Catholic world. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We pray for the elimination of all harmful radiation waves in our air and in our homes, that all these lies and damages become made public. We ask that the truth wall preventing truth from being disseminated amongst people on the internet is removed. And we also ask to destroy that the satanic document of Vatican law, that is the Jewish Talmud, is destroyed, that Rome is destroyed, and the Vatican, and the recognition of the authority of the Catholic Church to be in Fatima, Portugal. We ask you to eliminate all forms of Freemasonry, to disassemble the organization, to scatter it, and to bring the members into the submission of the Most Holy Trinity through correct baptism and confession. All these things we ask in accordance with the Most Holy Trinity's divine will. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognitas et nota devotio pro quibus tibi feremus, veruque tibi front hoc sacrificium laudis processuis omnibus, pro redemptione anomarum suarum prospe salutis et calamitatis suae, tibi credunt volta sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et memoriam venerantes in primis gloriosae semper Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium tuorum Papa Sancte Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, et Sancti qui pridie quam pastoretur recepit panem sanctus aqua nobilis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelamate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens. Consecravit. Frege dedique lumnis sui dicens, accipite et mandocate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simile modo postquam ceremone est accipienser hunc preclarum calicem in sanctus aqua nobilis manus suas, item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecrave dedique lumnis sui dicens, accipite et bibite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissionem peccatorum. Aequat est cum purificeritis in memoram facietis. Unde et memores Deum nos servituis, sed plebs tua sancta iustem Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tam beate passiones nec non et benferis resurrectionis, sed et in caelos gloriosa ascensionis offerimus praeclare maestati, tuae de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio ac sereno vutur respicieri digneris. Supplices tergamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vibe hic preferibile manus tuum ut quod ex hoc autoris participationis sacrosanctam Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinum sincerimus, omni sanctificatione caelestia gratia Dei per amor pedinum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Bethan Kendrick, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibum in Christum quiscentibum locum reficere lucis et pacis ut odorgeste proclamare pedinum Christum Deum nostrum. Per quem hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso. Est tibi Deum Matrum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, matronam nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum, Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sanctam tuum in mulieribus, Dea matronam nostrae, materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quaesimus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris, et intercedente beata gloriosa semper Deum matronam nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis sta propitius pacem in diebus nostris. Utopi misericordiae tuae aduiti et peccato simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi. Per indum Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque apud te. Haecum extio et consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat accipintibus nobis in salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque apud te. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis et universis malis, et fac me tui semper in harare mandatis et eternum quam separari permittas, qui cum eodem Deum matronam nostrae et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis et regnam aeternam, perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego in dignus sumere praesimo non mihi proveniat in idicium et condemnationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutumentum mentis et corporis et ad medelam, percipiendam qui vivis et reinas, cum Deum matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem accipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Dea matronam nostrum non sum dignus, ut et te meis in tante requiem patronum mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sum dignus, ut te meis in tante requiem patronum mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sum dignus, ut te meis in tante requiem patronum mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retrubum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus quae retrubut mihi, calicem saitaris accipiem in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostrae et ab inimicis meis salvos ero, sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Quodoris subsumus Deum Iesum Christum puramente capiam et etiam munere temperae fit nobis remedium sempiternum. Christum Deum Iesum Christum quod se sanguis quem petare heriat visceribus meis apraesta, ut in menam remaniat scelera macula quem purat sancta reficerunt sacramenta. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apate. Oremus. May the prayer of thy suppliants profit the souls of thy servants and handmaids, we beseech you, O most holy Trinity, that thou mayest free them from all sins and make them sharers in thy redemption, who livest and reignest with thee, one divine family, forever and ever. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apate, ite missa est. Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequim servitutis meae et praesta ut sacrificium cor oculis tuae maestatis in nos obtuditibus et acceptabile miquiet omnibus proquibus illud obtulisit miserante propitiabile per Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Matronam et Filium et Spiritum Sanctum, Deum Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. O most holy Trinity, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinity, Deum Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifferences by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and immaculate heart of Deum Matronam Nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. Thank you for attending. I just again want to thank Mr. Nobody for stopping by. We were able to say a rosary with 5 of us all saying it at the same time. I think there was 5 of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And it was very moving, and I really appreciate, and I hope he has safe travels, and we'll keep you posted on any other events that are occurring. But please go and sanctify all those you meet, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, 8 a.m. Saturday. All right, have a great day.